Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the 2023-2024 West Point-Beemer Athletic Awards Night. I am Jake Point-Beemer and I'm the Activities Director for West Point-Beemer Public Schools. Tonight we will celebrate the many successes of our athletes from the past year. As you're finding your seat, please make sure to stop by the concession stand and pick up your free popcorn and pop compliments of the West Point-Beemer Booster Club. The Booster Club supports many of the events throughout the year, such as providing parent-night flowers, Jam the Gym, and Pack the Mat Nights, only to name a few. The Booster Club also supports many projects and equipment needs throughout the year for many of our activities. If you are an individual who serves or is a member of the Booster Club, please stand to be recognized at this time. Please join me in giving a big round of applause for our West Point-Beemer Booster Club. To begin tonight, we will be recognizing each individual athletic team and coaches. Students and coaches, if you participated in the activity that is mentioned, please stand to be recognized. We will hold applause until after the final activity is mentioned. Students, you may be seated when I read the next activity. If you participated in football, will you please stand at this time? Football head coach was Jacob Ellis, assisted by Mark Bender, Scott Egan, Eli Neitzel, and Connor Kramer. Volunteer coaches were Ryan Penrose and Jackson Hoffman. If you participated in volleyball, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Olivia Fletcher, assisted by Brittany Larson and Christine Bender. If you participated in boys and girls cross country, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Quinn Rogge, assisted by Tony Mitchell. If you participated in girls golf, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Danny Fernell, assisted by Di Knopf. If you participated in softball, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Suzanne Suits, assisted by Kristen Hochstein. If you participated in unified bowling, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Peg Rue, assisted by Ann Young. If you participated in girls basketball, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Caleb Shepard, assisted by Mike Watt, Jordan Miller, and Quinn Rodney. If you participated in boys basketball, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Tyler Falacha, assisted by Terry Doggett and Mark Bender. If you participated in boys wrestling, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Sage Gideon, assisted by Lee Schroeder and Eli Neitzel. If you participated in girls wrestling, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Ray Maxwell, assisted by Carla Chacon. If you participated in boys track, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Olivia Fletcher, assisted by Brady Larson, Jacob Ellis, Justin Ashe, Ray Maxwell, and Quinn Rogge. If you participated in girls track, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Olivia Fletcher, assisted by Brittany Larson, Jacob Ellis, Justin Ashe, Ray Maxwell, and Quinn Rogge. And volunteer coach was Tyler Keister. If you participated in baseball, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Bruce Schlepp, assisted by Terry Doggett, Jordan Miller, and Rod Schlepp. Volunteer coaches were Jeff Kirchman and Brendan Reed. If you participated in boys golf, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Danny Fernell, assisted by John Kyle. If you participated in dance, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Case Hudson. If you participated in cheer, will you please stand at this time? Head coach was Miranda Camino. Thank you to all our athletes and our coaches. The amount of time and effort that it takes to go into each activity to make it a success definitely does not go unnoticed. Please give all of our activities a round of applause. The first award we have for tonight's program is the Nebraska State College System's Multi-Activity Student Award. This award recognizes students who are freshmen through seniors who participate in at least 3 NSA-sanctioned events during this academic year. Up on the screen, you can see the athletics and activities that are sanctioned by the NSAA. This year, West Point-Beemer had 87 kids, student athletes, who achieved this award. If you participated in at least 3 activities that were sanctioned by the NSA this year, will you please stand and be recognized? To me, it is truly amazing how quickly the year goes once we get started with school and activities. Seems like just yesterday we had our open house night and our fall activities were beginning. It was another great year for cadet athletics, and tonight we'll review some of the highlights from the year and honor our athletes. At West Point-Beemer, we continue the Cadet Crazy Award. This award was given to one student who went above and beyond showing their cadet pride in a positive manner at home games this past year. Our cheer team was in charge of choosing the student who received the award. This year we were able to give away 12 awards. For gaining the status of a Cadet Crazy, the student gets an official Cadet Crazy t-shirt and their name read over the intercom during morning announcements. If you were awarded the Cadet Crazy at any point during this school year, will you please stand to be recognized? We will be continuing this award next year, so there will be more opportunities for more students to win this award. Updating our throwing areas at the track made a huge improvement to our track facilities. These throwing areas are top-notch and are some of the best in our area and the state. I would like to thank the other administrators and our maintenance staff for going above and beyond with their hard work and dedication in coming up with a plan and getting things updated. In the next section of the program, we will recognize our East Husker Conference, district and state individual placers, and team finishes. First up is our boys and girls cross-country teams. If you are a member of the boys or girls cross-country team, will you please stand at this time? The West Point-Beemer boys finished the East Husker Conference cross-country meet with a championship finish. Individual placers were Chris Pena, who placed 4th, Evan Hill, who placed 10th, Zach McLean, who placed 12th, and Jesus Montoya, who placed 15th. Also at the East Husker Conference meet, the West Point-Beemer girls finished in 4th place. Medal winners were Kim Pena, who finished in 9th place, and Leslie Sanchez, who finished in 14th place. Will you please join me in giving the cross-country team a round of applause? Kim Pena, will you please remain standing? Kim Pena placed 14th at districts, which qualified her for the state cross-country meet in Kearney. At state, Kim finished in 44th place. This is quite a feat for a freshman. Will you please join me in giving Kim Pena a round of applause? Next up, we have the East Husker Conference Girls Golf. At the East Husker Conference Girls Golf Tournament, West Point-Beemer had 2 girls who earned medals. Will Claire Stutzman and Sabella Urquidez please stand? Please give these 2 a round of applause. If you are a member of the West Point-Beemer girls volleyball team, will you please stand at this time to be recognized? The West Point-Beemer volleyball team finished as sub-district champions with victories over Wayne and Omaha Nation, and finished the season as the C13 district runner-up. Please join me in giving these ladies a round of applause. Our next special recognition goes to our girls wrestling team. This year, the West Point-Beemer girls wrestling team had 4 girls who qualified for the state wrestling tournament in Omaha. The 4 girls who qualified were, girls, please stand when I say your name. Senior Ziamaro Ruiz finished 4th at districts. Junior Jaden Schultz finished 4th at districts. Sophomore Elizabeth Gonzalez, who finished 4th at districts. And freshman Ava Mankey, who finished 4th at districts. Also at the state wrestling tournament, freshman Ava Mankey brought home a 6th place medal. The girls wrestling team was also one of 16 teams that received the Team Academic Excellence Award. This award goes to a team that achieved a cumulative GPA of a 3.3 or higher as a team. The next special recognition goes to the members of the boys wrestling team. These individuals placed at the East Husser Conference Boys Wrestling Tournament. Boys, please stand when I say your name. Tanner Renner finished as champion at 126 pounds. Omar Garcia finished in 3rd place at heavyweight. Wyatt Misery placed 4th at 113 pounds. And Trip Meyer placed 4th at 138 pounds. Please give these individuals a round of applause. Tanner, will you continue to stand? And Manny Figueroa, will you please stand? This year we had 2 boys who qualified for the state wrestling tournament in Omaha. Junior Tanner Renner placed 2nd at districts, and freshman Manny Figueroa placed 4th at district, qualifying for the state wrestling tournament. Please give these 2 individuals a round of applause. If you are a member of the girls basketball team, will you please stand at this time? These girls finished the East Husser Conference basketball tournament as runner-ups with wins over Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family, Oakland Craig, and Bancroft Rosalie. They entered sub-district play as a number 1 seed and finished as sub-district champions and advanced on to the district final. They ended the season as the Class C17 district runner-ups. Will you please give these ladies a round of applause? If you were a member of the boys basketball team, will you please stand to be recognized at this time? These boys finished as runner-ups in the East Husser Conference boys basketball tournament with wins over Twin River, Howells Dodge, and Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family. Please give these boys a round of applause. If you were a member of the competition cheer or dance team, will you please stand at this time? The West Point-Beemer cheer and dance teams attended the state competition in Grand Island this past winter. While at state, the West Point-Beemer competitive cheer team finished as a Class C1 state runner-up, and your West Point-Beemer dance team finished in 4th place in Class C1. Both the cheer and dance teams received the Nebraska Coaches Association Academic Excellence Award for outstanding academic excellence as a team. Again, in order to receive this award, the team must achieve a cumulative GPA of 3.3 or higher. If you were, If you were a member of the West Point-Beemer GACC baseball team, will you please stand? Just last week, the West Point-Beemer GACC baseball team finished their season as the C1 district runner-up. Please give our baseball team a round of applause. The next special recognition that we have is our East Husser Conference girls track individuals who placed in the top 3 at the East Husser Conference meet. Girls, when your name is read, please stand. Allie Kopp finished 2nd in a high jump and 3rd in the 800-meter run. Mia Hunke finished as champion in the 400-meter dash, 100-meter hurdles, and 300-meter hurdles. Meg Anderson finished as champion in the shot put and 3rd in the discus. Please give these individuals a round of applause. Just yesterday, we had district track at Bloom Central. Our girls were able to qualify 4 individuals for the state track meet at Omaha Burke next week. The 4 individuals were, girls, when your name is read, please stand to be recognized. We will recognize all girls at once at the end. Campbell Snodgrass qualified in the triple jump. Allie Cobb qualified in the 800-meter run. Mia Hunke qualified in the 100-meter hurdles, 300-meter hurdles, and 400-meter dash. And Meg Anderson qualified in the shot put. Please join me in giving these girls a round of applause. If you are a member of the boys track team, will you please stand to be recognized? The boys track team traveled to the East Husser Conference and came home as team champions this past year. Please give the boys track team a round of applause. The next special recognition we have is for our East Husser Conference boys track individuals who placed in the top 3 at the East Husser Conference meet. Boys, when your name is read, please stand. Trevin Weddle finished as champion in the long jump and triple jump, and second in the 200-meter dash. Chris Pena finished in 3rd place in the 3,200-meter run. Juan Lemus finished in 2nd place in the 100-meter dash, and 3rd in the 200-meter dash. Miles Nielsen placed 2nd in the long jump. Connor Troyer finished 3rd in the 400-meter dash. Braden Doggett finished 2nd in the 300-meter hurdles. And our 4x100-meter relay team finished as champions of the East Husser Conference meet. Team members were Juan Lemus, Noah Ernesti, Connor Troyer, and Trevin Weddle. Please give these individuals a round of applause. The boys also had districts yesterday at Boone Central. We had one state qualified for the state track meet in Omaha next week. Trevin Weddle, will you please stand? Trevin Weddle was able to qualify in the long jump and triple jump. Please give Trevin a round of applause. The next section of our program will be devoted to students who have set new school records this past year. All of the school records can be found on the boards that line the wall down our athletic hallway just inside the east entrance of our school. In football this year, senior Trevin Weddle broke the career rushing record. Trevin rushed for a total of 2,914 yards over his 4 years of high school. The record was previously held by David Peck. Trevin, will you please stand to be recognized? During the volleyball season this year, Meg Anderson broke the record for assists in a career. Meg finished her career with 1,766 career assists. Meg broke the record that was previously held by Stephanie Blocker. Meg, will you please stand to be recognized? Senior Joe Moyer tied the record for home runs in a career with 5 in softball. Joe hit all 5 of her home runs this past year. Joe tied the record that is currently held by Allison Dale and Abby Dale. Joe, will you please stand to be recognized at this time? Junior Connor Troyer tied the record for longest punt return for a touchdown in a game this year versus Arlington. The record currently stands at 90 yards. Connor, will you please stand to be recognized? Senior Chris Pena entered the cross-country top 10 record board this past season at the district meet in Fort Calhoun. Chris finishes his career sitting in 8th place with a time of 17 minutes and 47 seconds in the 5K race. Chris, will you please stand to be recognized at this time? Before we go on to NCPA Academic All-State, I apologize, I did have one more thing that I have to announce. We had East Husker Conference Boys Golf today at North Bend. Our team placed 4th, and individuals, Peyton Penrose finished as runner-up, and Zach Johnson finished in 9th place. Peyton, if you want to stand, and Zach, if you want to stand, please give me a stand. The next students to be recognized will be our NCPA Academic All-State members. These students are selected by their coaches based on excellence in activities and also excellence in the classroom. Each coach is able to nominate 2 members from their activity that meet the set criteria. The criteria for the NCPA Academic All-State is: a student must be a varsity player or organizational leader and played a significant role on the team. A student must have a minimum cumulative GPA of a 93%. Will Ms. Rogge, Mr. Gideon, and Mr. Ellis please come to the stage to read the award winners? Students, when your name is read, please come up on stage to receive your award. You will enter on the left side of the stage here and exit on the right.
Our fall NCPA Academic All-State members are, let's see, girls golf, Claire Stutzman and Sibeli Arcades. Softball is Joe Moyer. Girls cross country is Kinsey Smith and Leslie Sanchez. Boys cross country is Chris Pena and Conrad Kreinert. Volleyball is Olivia Gross and Meg Anderson. Football is Trevin Weddle and Juan Lemus. And unified bowling is Collins City.
For winter sports and girls basketball, we have Campbell Snodgrass and Allie Cowell. In boys basketball, we have Blaze Brockman and Miles Nielsen. In girls wrestling, Kaylee Marksmeyer and Jaden Schultz. In boys wrestling, Evan Hiddle and Jesus Montoya.
Our spring NCPA Academic All-State members are boys golf, Peyton Penrose and Colin Sullivan. Girls track, Mia Hunke and Addison Tell. Boys track, Braden Doggett and Max Peterson. And baseball, Colton Haber.
Will Mrs. Fletcher, Ms. Hochstein, Ms. Shepard, Mr. Polacek, and Mr. Ellis please come to the stage to read the East Husker Conference selections and all district football selections for their respective sports. Students, when your name is read, will you please come up on stage to receive your award.
The all East Husker Conference selections for volleyball are Meg Anderson, 3rd team, Mia Hunke, honorable mention, and Allie Cowell, honorable mention.
East Custer Conference selections for softball. Joe Moyer, honorable mention, and Rachel Purvis, honorable mention.
Our All-East Custer Conference selections for girls basketball are Allie Cow, second team. And Campbell Snodgrass, third team.
The All-East Custer Conference selections for boys basketball are Point-Beemer, second team, Braden Doggett, honorable mention, Hunter Swanson, honorable mention, Peyton Penrose, honorable mention, and Blaze Brockman, honorable mention. The selection for the football all-district team are. Please stand when your name is read. Trevin Weddle, first team running back. Nate Vandergren, first team offensive lineman. Colton Haber, first team defensive lineman. Juan Lamus, first team linebacker. Blaze Brockman, second team. Braden Doggett, second team. Angel Perez, second team. And Connor Troyer, second team. Please give the football all-district team a round of applause.
The next section of our program is all state nominations. These students were selected to either the Lincoln Journal-Star or the Omaha World Herald, all-state honorable mention team. Athletes, when your name is read, please stand to be recognized. In football, Trevin Weddle, Juan Lemus, and Colton Haber. In volleyball, Meg Anderson, Mia Hunke, and Allie Cow. In girls basketball, Allie Cow, Campbell Snodgrass, Addison Tell, and Mia Hunke. In boys basketball, Colton Haber. Please join me in giving these individuals a round of applause. The next section of our program is for scholarships and awards. Students, when your name is read, please come up on stage to receive your award. Will Mr. Ellis please come to the stage to give the Greg Repschlager Memorial Scholarship?
All right. The Greg Repschlager Memorial Scholarship is a scholarship that is designated for offensive linemen in football. Playing on the line in football is one of the toughest positions on the field. You're guaranteed to be part of a collision on every play. You give everything you have for a couple of inches. That will be the deciding factor on any given play and ultimately the game. Football is a game of inches, and more inches are earned on the line than any other position. To be a good football player, you have to have grit, be tough, and work hard. To be a good lineman, though you need another vital characteristic, you have to be selfless. Linemen battle in the trenches on every play. They're the reason touchdowns are scored or prevented, but they aren't the ones who get their name in the paper or on the record board. They put in the work with no expectation of getting the recognition. They are willing to put their body on the line for their team without the glory or recognition. The Greg Repschlager Memorial Scholarship goes to someone who embodies all these traits. The recipient is one of the hardest workers on our team for 4 years. He was one of the toughest guys on our team. He would never back down from a fight and always had his teammates back. He played with physicality and relentless effort to win every inch he could for his teammates. He checks all the boxes of what I look for in a good lineman. His work ethic and leadership made him a great player and teammate for us, and is why he will be an incredible man that accomplishes great things. I didn't have the privilege to know Greg, but I imagine these are characteristics that he also had, and would be proud for Colton Haber to be the recipient of this scholarship.
Our next scholarship is a Vaden Maxwell Memorial Scholarship. Will Ray Maxwell please come to the stage to give out the Vaden Maxwell Memorial Scholarship?
Actually, didn't have the opportunity to know my father. My father was Baden Maxwell. He was an avid supporter of wrestling from the time I was in school, which is pushing 50 years now. But he ended up raising 2 sons who were coaches, 3 grandsons who were coaches in wrestling. Family was voted the outstanding wrestling family in the state of Nebraska. He was one who just epitomized a wrestling fan, did anything possible to promote the sport. And this scholarship is given to female wrestler who is one who embodies the importance of wrestling in their life, lessons learned from the sport, was a team leader. This year's recipient was a young lady who wrestled half the season injured, separated muscle in her ribs, and was someone who had to fight just to keep the pain down each match. She finished the season, and she was one who's been selected to wrestle in the All-Star Duel in June. Top wrestlers, girls wrestlers in the state. She was one of them that was chosen. And she was also one who qualified to wrestle in the national tournament down in Florida this year, placing in the qualifier for the AAU national tournament, which will also be a coach part of. This year's recipient is Chloe Mandel.
The next award we have is the Russ Herman Memorial Scholarship. Russ Herman grew up in West Point, Nebraska, and was a 1976 graduate of West Point Central Catholic High School. Russ was a sports broadcaster who wrote about sporting events and delivered the broadcast for over 20 years. Russ Herman exemplifies all the good you would ever look for in a student, son, employee, or friend. He was a perfectionist, whether singing or performing or broadcasting a sporting event. Russ Herman is everything our Sports Booster Scholarship is all about. Scholastic and academic achievement, a positive attitude about life and people. The 2023-2024 recipients of the Russ Herman Memorial Scholarship are Meg Anderson and Trevin Well. they want to be invited up here. Will Ms. Shepherd and Mr. Doggett please come to the stage to announce our 3 sport letter winners? These athletes lettered in all 3 sports that they participated in each of the 3 seasons this past year. Students, when your name is read, please come up on the stage to receive your medal.
Freshman girls, Kim Pena and Abigail Wolke.
Freshman boys, Colby Anderson, Hunter Doggett, and Bryce Popkin.
Now on to our sophomores. Blaze Brockman, Jackson Fisher, Zach Johnson, Jesus Montoya, and Katrina Moyer.
And continuing with our sophomores, we have Miles Nielsen, Peyton Penrose, Juliana Perez, Ian Schiller, and Hunter Swanson.
Now for our junior girls. Mia Hunky, Allie Cow, Campbell Snodgrass, Addison Tell, and Leslie Sanchez.
And our junior boys, Braden Doggett, Evan Hiddle, and Connor Troyer.
And finally for our seniors, Meg Anderson, Olivia Gross, and Colton Haber.
And finishing out our seniors, we have Kayla Hickey, Chris Pena, and Trevin Wetta.
Next year, the NSA has some new additions that may interest some of you. In girls and boys varsity basketball, there will be a shot clock that will be implemented in all classes. This past year, classes A and B used the shot clock. Other classes had the option if they wanted to, but it has trickled down and will be required next year in all classes. Another big change will be the addition of a Class B in girls wrestling. The past 3 years, there has only been one class for girls to compete in. The state is still working out the details for the times, venues, and dates. We will announce those as soon as we get them from the state level. To end the night, I would like to thank everyone who helps make cadet activities what they are. Parents, athletes, admin, school staff, bus drivers, and everyone else, it takes an extraordinary effort from everyone in order to make West Point-Beemer what it is today. I want to thank my coaches. They do not get enough credit for all the time and the effort that they put in during the season and the off-season. Coaches in attendance, will you please stand to be recognized at this time? A big thank you goes out to our activities secretary, Lindsay Hebron. Lindsay, will you please stand up? She's doing an outstanding job and does not get enough credit for the job that she does. Thank you, Lindsay, for everything you have done. Also, this part is going to get me in trouble, but also, I want to say thank you to my wife, Chelsea. Chelsea, will you please stand up? I'm truly blessed to have her love and support in this role as athletic director. I probably spend more time, as some of you notice, at the school or activities than I do at home, which sometimes is probably a good thing in her mind. But she constantly supports me and my endeavors. Thank you, Chelsea. Will you please stand to be recognized? A few upcoming dates on the calendar to be aware of. May 14th will be District Boys Golf at Oakland. May 15th and 16th will be the state track meet at Omaha Burke. May 21st and 22nd, state golf at Columbus. And our week 1 of summer weights will be the week of Tuesday, May 28th. A schedule will be released later this week. To close tonight, we will be showing the cadet highlight film prepared by Mr. Kyle's digital media class. These students put a lot of time and effort throughout the year on this video. If you are a member of Mr. Kyle's digital media class that helped make the video, will you please stand at this time to be recognized? After the video, well, as you are leaving, there are cupcakes in the back. Again, there's pop and popcorn, and also there are packets for each individual in the windows in the back. So please pick up your packet before you leave. Thank you, and have a great night.